first week of this year's race had been a slow burning affair. Of course, it had contained those by now Tour prerequisites. Stunning scenery, lacerated lycra, mechanical misfortune, minuscule margins of victory. Forlorn farewells. And at the end of it, Chris Froome in yellow. But as a race, it was still waiting for that moment when the blue touch paper would be lit. It didn't take long. As soon as the peloton climbed out of Andorra and into the mist beyond, a royal escape formed. It was a super group of Grand Tour, World Championship and one-day classic winners. Yet it was the three members from the Aussie rock outfit, Orica Bike Exchange, who stole the show.
And who's going to be the first of the big favourites to jump?
Come on, Bing! Come on!
Three across the road. Who has got the wheel in the front though? It is Michael Matthews, his debut win on the Tour de France.
Today, you're a stage winner of the Tour de France.
No words, no words.
We won with Matthews, we won with Matthews.
The very next day, the wind blew from kilometre zero, stringing the entire field out in the gutter and on the rivet. The world champion bided his time. When finally he made his move, he found help from the most unlikely of sources.
Two of the key jerseys in the Tour de France have attacked and are up the road. A perfect day for Chris Froome and for Peter Sagan.
An entente cordiale between yellow and green. A rare sight indeed, but one that was about to be trumped in the most unimaginable way. The wind that had played such havoc on the previous day's stage necessitated the tour organisers moving the finish of stage 12 from the top of Mont Ventoux to the less windswept Chalet Renard, 6 kilometres further down the mountain. The knock-on effect of that would only come into focus once the breakaway of Thomas de Gendt, Serge Pauwels and Daniel Navarro crossed the finish line.
This is a big moment for Thomas de Gendt. He takes the win at Chalet Renard. There's been a crash further back down the road. There has been a crash.
Christopher Froome qui n'a plus de vélo. Christopher Froome à pied. Mais quelle image du Tour. On n'a jamais vu ça. Un maillot jaune dans un maillot jaune à pied.
Provisional classifications were posted that had Adam Yates in the yellow, not that he wanted any part of it.
Yeah, nobody wants to take a jersey like that. You want to take away your legs and with your own strength.
Finally, common sense prevailed, and Froome, Port, and Mollema were awarded at the same time. The next morning, France awoke to the devastating news of the atrocity in Nice and the senseless murder of so many innocent people out celebrating Bastille Day. The decision was taken for the Tour to continue, but the mood was understandably sombre. Froome put even more time between himself and his GC rivals, but stage honours went to Tom Dumoulin, who eloquently expressed the sentiments of the entire peloton.
It was a very just question, I think, whether we should race or not. And at the end, I think also a very just decision to race. I think we cannot let terrorists decide our lives. Of course, I'm happy with the win. It's what I came for in this Tour de France. At the same time, my thoughts are with everyone involved in the horrific attack in Nice.
And for the second time in this tour, riders would lay flowers in memory of those who had died.
Vive le Tour de France, vive la liberté et vive la France.
Stage 14 and the riders faced a strong yet calming block headwind. The peloton were more than happy to leave a breakaway gang of 4 dangling off the front. And when the final 2, Jeremy Waugh and Martin Elmiger, finally found themselves reeled in, they shook hands in respectful resignation from their brave yet futile endeavour. It was left to the sprinters to contest stage honours.
Still, Cavendish sits on Kittle's wheel. He's done it before. Is he going to do it again? Cavendish goes round the German, does an almighty battle. John Degenkolb is in the mix, and Mark Cavendish punches the air. He thinks he's taken a 4th win.
A fantastic 4th for the Manxman, who seems just that bit too strong and way too canny for any of his rivals. It was time for the Tour to hit the Jura Mountains, including the climb and descent of both the Grand Colombier and the Lacet du Grand Colombier. A day for a big breakaway of non-GC contenders hunting stage wins or polka dots. Tinkoff's Rafał Majka wanted both, and looked like he would get them, until an off-road excursion allowed IAM's Jarlinson Pantano to catch back up to him. And from there it was cat and mouse to the finish line.
Pantano just doesn't want to be there. He knows what Majka's game is. Well, that's the difference, possibly, between a winner and someone who's not quite made it on the highest stage of all just yet. Rafał Majka holds nothing back. He opens up his sprint. Can Pantano get back on terms? I think he might have even got past him. So the Colombian has done it. Rafał Majka had him just where he wanted him, except where it really mattered, and that was across the line. Jarlinson Pantano takes the win.
Behind them, it was as you were in the general classification, as the Sky Bouncers were in a particularly ungenerous mood, coming down hard on anyone who was even thinking about trying to crash the Maillot Jaune party. July 18th, Nelson Mandela Day. And for South African team Dimension Data and Mark Cavendish, a burning desire to emulate the achievements of Steve Cummings on the same day last year. But there were others aplenty hoping to salvage something from the ever-diminishing prize pot, not least Fabian Cancellara. On his final tour, could Spartacus claim one final victory wreath as the peloton rode into Bern, the city of his birth?
Fabian Cancellara, he can sprint as well, Fabian Cancellara. All the big favourites they are here. Who is going to open it up first? Mark Cavendish has made the selection. Alejandro Valverde needs things out. Seth Van Marker on his wheel. Alexander Kristoff opening up his sprint with the green jersey on him. Can Cavendish sprint? What position is he in? Now Cavendish is out of it. Lee Howard opens up on the right-hand side. It's Degenkolb, Sagan, Kristoff across the line. But I think it was either Sagan or Kristoff who got there first.
The last 2 men across the line were the 2 who had spent 171 kilometres of the stage alone out front. Etihad Quickstep's Julian Alaphilippe and Tony Martin, 2 riders who had laid everything on the line in pursuit of the almost impossible, if ever anyone deserved a rest day.